Actually, the Queen enjoyed every year when she came for her Holyrood week, and indeed she was famous around Holyrood for the names of all the high constables who acted as a guard of the royal household. She's the only she spotted everything, and when someone was missing, she asked where he was he all right? Completely embedded in the life of this place. Indeed, the royal family, with very, very close connections with Edinburgh. Princess Royal, as Chancellor of Edinburgh University, as her father, the Duke of Edinburgh, had been for many years and took an extremely active interest in the life of the university. The King is now inspecting the Guard of Honour from the Royal Regiment of Scotland before he receives the keys to the city of Edinburgh. The Royal Regiment of Scotland is a recent construction, really. It's only about 15 or 16 years old, an amalgamation of predecessor regiments. Many famous regiments are part of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. And the Queen was the Royal Colonel of the 5th Battalion, which is known as the Balaclava Company, as well as being Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Regiment itself, the 6 battalions. And this battalion based at the Redford Barracks in Edinburgh, the west of the city. The sun is shining over Holyrood Park, Arthur's Seat, the great volcanic eruption, really, in the middle of the city, with Salisbury crags looming over the palace of Holyrood House. That familiar escarpment that gives the city so much of its character. Like the castle on the hill where the 21 guns were being fired for.
You guys eat it?
The Royal Mile itself, up which the procession will go to St Giles, of course.
But there's
reaches
some in the
castle
freezer.
in the end. It goes all the way to the castle esplanade.
And there's pounded yam.
And then the fortress itself.
Was spicy.
Beautiful progress through the old
Because it was spicy.
It was spicy.
A bit spicy.
The complete city, really, and in protection of the castle, around the castle block, until the great new town of the 18th century was built across the block, across the space where there is now Waverley Station, and among other things. The Lord Provost of Oldbridge hands the King the keys of the city, which will be kept in his possession until
either way you hate or love him, is God bless our King. God bless him. Yes. God bless you. God bless Harry. God bless William. God bless your...
The traditional words used are: we, the Lord Provost, members of the city of Edinburgh, welcome your Majesty to the capital city of your ancient and hereditary kingdom of Scotland, and offer for your gracious acceptance the keys of your Majesty's
The Scottish people want to break free.
Hands them back, saying that he's perfectly convinced, these are the traditional words, that they can't be placed in better hands than in those of the Lord Provost and the councillors of my good city of Edinburgh, so that trust is re-established. And, the King is welcoming guests who are here on his first official visit there. The councillors, Councillor Rusk, Councillor Ray, and the Baileys of Edinburgh, even Miss Meechan, Councillor Pauline Flannery, the leaders of the various political groups, Cammy Dave, who is leader of the Labour group, which is effectively in control of the council now, Adam McVeigh of the SNP, Kevin Lang, the Liberal Democrat, Ian White, who represents the Conservatives on the council.
Oh,
so they're the city fathers and mothers, I suppose we should say, of Edinburgh.
Imagine.
Who will be regarding it as a great matter of pride to be here on this day, which has brought so many people onto the streets of this ancient city, where so much history has been played out in this part of the city, in the mile or so between this palace and the castle. extraordinary moments. There was a time in the 18th century when Prince Charles Edward Stuart, Bonnie Prince Charlie, had his Jacobite court dancing and singing down here at the Palace of Holyrood House while Hanoverian troops sat up in the castle a mile away. Of course, they would meet in a final struggle at Culloden in 1746, and that was that. But this city has seen it all, really, and Holyrood is steeped in history. The king and the king's consort, the queen consort, had just walked into the Palace of Holyrood House, which they both know well. They'll go to the throne room, and from there the coffin will be taken to the front door, and a little later it will process with the king and the queen consort on foot up the Royal Mile to St Giles. Sombre moments are also moments of